What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about my top 10 of 2025 kind of slash all-time. I mean, it's virtually the same list. All of my favorite slash best figures pretty much I've gotten this year. So let's just dive right into it. These are not on the list. This is my little honorable mentions lineup here. These are all figures I got in 2025. I have excluded from this list, even the honorable mentions, anything I did not get in 2025. So 2024, like a couple things that'll be on here: Mafex Iron Man. I had the Mafex Age of Apocalypse Magneto, which that I'll talk about at some point in a video because that's going to get customized. Let's start off with Deadpool. This is a custom Marvel Legends Deadpool. It's using the retro card body for the most part, but these shoulders here, these are from a MCU Captain America. Everything has been repainted, and I even used, if you can see, elastic there for the straps to make that sit a lot better. These swords are custom made. It's just a bunch of plastic sanded down, painted silver. These sheets are terrible, but I'll fix those at some point. I also gave him a ball jointed neck and everything, so his head can move around a lot more. And again, the figure is a full repaint, some shading everywhere. And yeah, it's a really cool Marvel Legends for what it is. Next up, this one I just got in yesterday. This is the Gamerverse Punisher. I really like this figure a lot. The only issue I really had with it, two issues: the white strap here, painted that blue, and then the neck articulation. I've gone over a couple times how I hate Marvel Legends necks usually. So I actually spliced in a Mafex neck. So he has all that good range now, and you can position that, get a lot more movement out of it than I currently have. I have it set up so you can lean over like that. But great figure, great articulation, proportions are great, other than the typical Marvel Legends big head, big feet kind of stuff. Next, this was a birthday gift. This is the Mafex Luke Skywalker. Genuinely the best Star Wars figure I've ever handled. It's such a freaking great figure. I can't stop gushing over this as a Star Wars figure. I'm not really a big Star Wars guy, even though I have an entire shelf full of Star Wars figures. Just in recent years, I haven't really been too heavy into Star Wars, but Luke is like one of my all-time favorite fictional characters. This figure's so great. I love the wired cape. Mafex just kills it pretty much every time. I gave him, this is soft goods here, so he can pose his legs around a little bit more. Yeah, this is just, it's a beautiful figure. And at some point, maybe I'll get a Darth Vader to go up with him. Because other than that, I don't really have too many great Star Wars figures. I do have a SHF Ben Kenobi, but other than that, let's get into this one here. Maximum Spider-Man. I've talked about this figure before. Probably one of the best Marvel Legends, if not the best. They really did a good job. It has its issues, but overall, it is a very fun figure. If you can get past the certain Marvel Legends-y things about it. I don't know how much I need to talk about this. This figure has been reviewed by a ton of people and everything, and I already went over it on my channel itself, so I'm just gonna place that right there. Hope he stays. And then last but not least, this is one I really thought would have made my top 10, but there were just other figures I liked more. Mafex Bane. This guy is freaking awesome. Only thing I'm not really a huge fan of is the ankles. They're terrible. The ankles are actually awful on this thing. Everything else about this is near perfect. I love all of these figures that I have shown here. I love figures that I haven't even shown, but for the honorable mentions, this is it. Let's dive into the top 10, starting with number 10. And in at number 10, surprisingly low, kind of like Bane a little bit, is my Mafex Superman. I love this figure. I have basically two problems with my modifications to it, and then a couple of just problems with the figure in general. My first problem being belt. I hate the belt on this. It is a Star Wars Black Series belt that I just kind of threw together. Another thing you could see is up there, there's a little bit of paint rub in the shoulder joints. That I could fix relatively easily. I'm a little lazy with it. And then just some things about the Mafex Superman in general. This is on the black suit body. There's no real smiling head sculpt. I think this one looks a little less grumpy than the Hush Superman, so at least that's good. No laser eye effects or anything, so it is just kind of a guy that flies around and punches things and gets angry about it. but it's still a really good figure overall. And the cape is actually, I just noticed the cape is splitting. That's nice. My custom capes are not really that great, but anyway, other than that, articulation is really great for a Superman. I think the colors pop. I think just it's a very good figure, and it makes my list at number 10. I really enjoy this guy, and he pairs up great with two of my Batmans. So let's get into number 9. At number 9, we have the Star-Spangled Man with a Plan himself, the Mafex Captain America. I really enjoy this figure a lot. This is 100% the best Captain America I think you can buy at this scale. It comes with absolutely everything you'd want a Captain America to come with. The design is a bit of an acquired taste, I think, with the way the stripes are, because you know you have a lot more than the typical classic Captain America design, and it is very Silver Age Captain America. But that's what I like about it. Only gripes I have with this are the head sculpts aren't amazing. They're good. They're not great. You know what I mean? And the blue on the shield, I wish that was a little brighter, but it did kind of grow on me like this. And the system for keeping the shield on the hands, I think that's pretty lame. I wish there was something a little better than the kind of clip system that they have with like these pieces. They just tend to pop out really easily. Another thing, I have some paint rub issues on the torso. You have to lean them back this far to see it, because I did have to repaint this area because the stripes were misaligned and that was bothering me some. So I can always go back in and fix that, and maybe even give it the more traditional stripes with the thicker ones. But anyway, yeah, this is my number 9. It's a phenomenal figure, and I highly recommend it. And at number 8, we have Cyclops. What a phenomenal release this is. I was so happy that they put this back up for pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store this year. I was so excited to get this figure in hand. I'd been rocking with the Marvel Legends, which I don't really tend to like Marvel Legends that much anymore. I'm much more of a Mafex guy. I think they kill it almost every time. I did do some modifications though. This plastic strap had to go. I gave it some elastic, painted it yellow. It's not an exact match, but I mean, hey, I'm pretty bad at color matching anyway. This is such a great figure. I love this a lot, and I have one or two more things to go over with this, but I'll get to that in a custom showcase video. So let's get into my number 7. Just mentioned him. The Night Crusader Batman is my number 7. This is such a phenomenal figure. The colors are so bright, and they really pop on the shelf. It's really fun to pose around. There's also this additional piece that I can swap out, so I can have more of a modern bright blue Batman. This was part of my old Hush Batman that broke. I've gone over that a couple of times on my posts and stuff. So yeah, this has a few options to go with for this figure, and I think that just makes it even more fun, you know, having the ability to change out pretty much half of the figure. And here we have at number 6, the not Mafex Gambit. This is the CT Gambit, and if this was the Mafex, if this was the legitimate Mafex, this might have been higher on the list. But I have quite a few minor issues with some joints on this figure being loose, not staying on properly. It's very difficult for him to support some of his accessories and whatnot. And I think this is, of all, I have 3 bootlegs and a bunch of Mafex figures. This one had the loosest joints by far, and I had to tighten those up quite a bit. I think this poses absolutely beautifully, minus the hips being a little wonky, but I think that's just the nature of the design of Mafex hips. But other than that, I mean, this is a great figure. It comes with pretty much everything you'd want a Gambit figure to come with. And I mean, being a CT, having it be significantly more affordable than a traditional Mafex, that definitely helps it. Although that does come with the issues I mentioned before about loose joints and whatnot. But anyway, Mafex Gambit, number 6. Great figure. Recommend it. Just hopefully you get a good copy. I got a little bit of a mixed bag here, but still number 6. And in at number 5, I can't believe this is this low, because if you would have asked me a month ago, this would have been like number 1. But Mafex Brown Suit Wolverine, I'm so happy they re-released this figure. It's such a, it really like so close to being perfect for a Wolverine figure. I think just in general, the thing with Mafex figures, if they were a little bulkier, that would definitely help. But I mean, I love this figure to pieces. It's such a good figure, especially if you have the yellow and blue suit. You can interchange some parts, especially if you color match them and everything like I did. They they're all interchangeable, all these parts and everything. So I have a lot more playability with my brown suit than some other people might. And for me, that takes it up all the way to the 5th spot. But mind you, the top 5, or at least 2 through 5 in my list, all pretty much interchangeable depending on the day. My number 1 is my number 1, but like this figure could be number 2 if I made this video a week from now. You know, it's that good of a figure. All of the figures in my top 5 are pretty much as close to perfect as you can get with a figure. And this one's my number 5. I freaking love this figure. It's so good. And the little modifications I did to it make it even better. I'm really happy to have this figure. I think it's awesome. And let's get into the 4 figures I put above it. And at number 4, the Mafex Magneto. I have wanted this figure for a really long time, and finally having it in hand, it really does live up to the hype. I think the only thing that I could say bad about this figure is he's a little on the short side, but he's still taller than characters like Cyclops and whatnot, so I think it's fine. And the proportioning and everything, other than the Mafex long lower leg thing, he's built. He's built, the colors are bright, they're vibrant, the cape is awesome, the accessories are great, I love the effect parts, the head sculpts are beautiful. Just everything about this figure to me is gorgeous to look at. It is such a standout on the shelf. It has presence, which I love about it. It looks like a comic book, and I love that about it. And Magneto's my favorite villain of all time, so having a near perfect representation of him in his classic Jim Lee style is it's so amazing. But anyway, let's get into number 3. This is not the Mafex. This is the CT Toys with a matte finish on it and a actual Mafex head sculpt and Mafex feet. And I'll go over that in another video. This figure is awesome. This is pretty much everything you could ever want in a Batman. Just again, with the Mafex hip issues, they're just not great. But this figure, you get him in a pose, you pose that cape around, you get that in a good position. This figure is just gorgeous. I mean, it really is just so freaking awesome. Whether you get the CT and modify it a bit, or you get the actual Mafex, which is probably better than the CT, to be fair. But it's so great. I love the shade of gray they used in particular, in combination with the shade of yellow on the belt and the black. It's a perfect color palette for a black and gray Batman. It's absolutely chef's kiss perfection on this color palette. Oh yeah, just because it's a CT bootleg and everything, you could see some of the metal joints and stuff. I try to like push this in a bit and then it hides it just a little bit more. It's just because I don't really want to go in and try and color match the gray for like an hour just to paint those little areas. It doesn't bother me that much. But yeah, other than that, this figure is so good. And let's get into the only 2 figures to me that beat this figure. At the number 2 spot, I am giving it to the Mafex 185 Spider-Man. The only real problems I had with this figure were the heads and hands that it comes with. Those were the only things that I thought were like just not good. The hands here are from Dang It Productions. A lot of you probably know about him. Fantastic animator, equally good customizer. He has a bunch of stuff on eBay. These are not the first parts I bought from him. I bought that blue Batman head on that like torso I showed before. That's from him as well. I also have another Spider-Man head from him that I put on my other Mafex Spider-Man. He does phenomenal work. This head though is from someone else. This head is from Dakota 3D. I haven't been able to find like an Instagram or a YouTube or anything, but he is on eBay as well. He has some good stuff too. Very good prices. And yeah, I mean, this is just such a beautiful figure. I love it a lot. And I really want to make quite a few videos posing this guy around. And I do want to make a couple of shorts posing him around with my number 1 pick, which is, to no one's surprise, the CT Toys Daredevil. Custom heads, these are also from Dakota 3D. For $50, you get 11 head sculpts, all beautifully sculpted. It's just, I think it's phenomenal value, and putting them on this figure takes them to a whole new level, because this figure was already the exact same sculpt, build, articulation pretty much as the Mafex. I repainted it to look like the Mafex and added like hand wraps and stuff, and I think it's so good. Tons of accessories, tons of articulation, tons of fun. It's such a good figure. It really, really, really is. And it's gonna be very tough for anything to beat this, to me, for best action figure in my mind. Because all time and 2025, whichever way you wanna go, this is my number one. And I'm so happy to own this figure. So there it is, my top 10 for 2025, kind of / all time. I love every single figure up here, and actually having my top 10 of the year posed up like this all together, I think is just a lot of fun. They have so many accessories, they're so dynamic to pose, and it's just a joy to have every single one of these. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my personal top 10 of 2025, and I will probably be seeing a lot of them. Just want to reiterate, I don't know if I even mentioned it, but this is figures I received in 2025, not necessarily figures that came out this year. I don't think any of them actually did. Let me know in a comment if you could write down your top 10. That would be awesome. I'd love to see where we agree, where we might disagree, where you guys really found your favorites in action figures like Marvel Legends, SH Figure Arts, Marvel, DC, Star Wars, whatever. And I hope you guys have a phenomenal day, and Happy New Year.